mountain terrain that commands respect, and only a strong man will have what it takes. It's certainly not a task for weak or ill-prepared riders.
Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to PCM21. It's career mode. We're on episode 118. And this is stage 7 of Paris-Nice. We have had a wonderful race thus far, but we have a lot of work left to do. And while stage 8 is still ahead of us, and it is certainly a punchy stage, it looks to be the type of stage that's pretty easy to control. Therefore, this, with the mountaintop finish, a mountaintop that is 6% over 17 kilometers, this is the one that's going to be asking a whole lot of us, because, well, we're the ones in the race lead. We're the ones that are going to have to respond to attacks most of the time, most likely. The only good news is we share 2 of the spots on the podium, and the other podium challenger isn't as big of a threat. I think we'll have to check in to see what his ratings actually are and what to expect from that rider today. Unfortunately, Karaman on a -2 race day condition. The weather is nasty. Martin Guerrero is exactly where he should be. It's an objective. He's on a fitness peak. That's why he's had really good race day condition throughout. Today is literally just a 0 on the draw. 6 riders off the front, but they are literally just off the front. Now it's 3, as the field decides to set up once that group splits in half. Alright, Yurcevic is an obvious candidate to protect others. So is Hamadovic. There's your first and third place guy. Gonzalez Albiel's the other one you're going to want to protect. So Bernotas. And then Isakov.
There's now more than a minute
81. Actually, that's looking a little bit better, isn't it? And I'm not worried about Gonzalez Albiel down in 11th place. So we'll go ahead and let him ride on his own. Go ahead and protect. Now, this is the unfortunate part where these guys are getting busy, getting active, just as you had 3 riders nearly. Bahrain Victorious is controlling the Peloton. This is good. This is going to take a lot out of their legs. Let's take a look at this Bahrain Victorious team and see what they've got. Carlos Rodriguez down in 32nd. Wilco Kelderman, those are the 2 you got to watch out for.
Somebody's taking a tumble in the main bunch.
In terms of the support bunch. Tommy Pag, I'm not sure. 80 mountain, 72 resistance, and as he sits in on second, 11 seconds down, you figure he's probably got some sort of fitness peak on the day. Of course, you got to watch out for Berlikov, as Berlikov is the favorite today. 83 mountain, 83 hills, 75 resistance. My oh my, do I miss that sort of quality. You can see he's worked a lot on his punchy ratings. He was 84, wasn't he, before? He's dropped to 83, but his hills rating has come up from, I don't know, 77, 79. The acceleration has gone up a bit, but that stamina resistance has gone up quite a lot. And yeah, we'd be favorites to win if we had Berlikov, but we're going to have our work cut out for us on a day like this one. But if Bahrain Victorious is willing to do some work, then let him. Pag has 2 strong support climbers, and he himself is fairly good, fairly decent, probably on strong race day condition. Therefore, we absolutely have to watch out for him. But who else to respond to? Well, looking at the gaps, it's only a half minute to all these chasers, and really have contenders all the way down to 13th. Kelderman is one of them. They could absolutely try to do the 1-2 and force us to respond to him. Masnada. 76 Mountain, not too worried there. Kamna 79 Mountain. Gegenhardt's 80. 81 for Warburton and Strong Resistance. Ethan Hayter, definitely a better puncher than climber, but at a 77, he'll contribute. He'll be a factor. Bloom Levy, no worries there. Wilco Kelderman as a 78. Shouldn't be a threat, but like I said, that 1-2 attack. Steinhauser, gotta watch out. Only 70 resistance though. For us, we overcome that. Other teams, when their resistance is low, they tend to do really poor. Primoz Roglic, last one you gotta watch out for. Alright, who is going to go get Wata?
Attacked by Maduas.
3K from the top. Let's wait until we reach the top to get it. There you go, final kilometer. Always a good time. About 1K from the top of a climb because they get the water, there you go, just as they go over the top. And then they spend the descent working their way back up through the field to get the water. And there you go, 64K to go. And we have just about completed the task of fetching water. 60K to go. A lot of that on a valley. We should be almost okay anyway. They'll be thirsty at the top of the mountain at the finish, but that's about it. Peloton has split, at least for the time being. Just 66 in the Peloton right now. A lot of riders off the back have regained contact. The 3 riders off the front, almost a 5-minute advantage, but Bahrain victorious, wasting their manpower to pull that back. That makes me happy. Now 41K to go. Last of the undulation. Biggest part of it before we get to the actual climb. For now, I'm happy with the 74 because I want to maintain maximum energy for the final climb because we are absolutely going to need it. Gap down to 3 minutes. And Peloton splitting again. Everybody's still near the front. Hamadovic, Jurcevic, Bernotas really feeling it. The others with this little descent should get that little bit of recovery they need. Gap down to 3 minutes on the front 3 means they're probably in trouble.
Oh my! I can see
Thank you for it being Hamadovic and not somebody else. Delru, Roglic, Kamna, and Halverson. So there is a couple leaders, and somebody is hurt. Who is it? Well, it's not Hamadovic. It's not Kamna. Roglic, they're all moving again. Everybody's moving again. They said they're pulling off the number, but nobody's back there. Another split here, and now is the time to
one of the motorcyclists says that a rider is down. Apparently he didn't interfere with the race.
Respond here. Gonzalez Elbiel, go ahead and protect Karaman. Without Hamadovic, we need that replacement. Okay, Jurcevic will be the first to gel up. How far are we from the climb? That was 17K. So we have 6.5K to go before we officially start the climb, but you also have a definite uphill swing before you actually start climbing the mountains. So Jurcevic, with that sort of heart rate, it's going to get bad soon. So let's go ahead and gel here at 21K. There you go. Bernotas will probably wait about a K.5 later. Maybe 18. Keep an eye out. Yeah, his heart rate's definitely lower. Get a little bit better off. And now Ineos have joined the fray at the front. Bernotas, yeah, we're still hanging in there. We're okay. Jurcevic already on the gel. Not much left in the tank. He is protecting Martin Guerrero, so we will be switching Bernotas to him shortly. And nobody's blinking red currently. Nope, now they begin to as the pace quickens. Bernotas, time to gel, and Bernotas switch off. Isakov, a little harder to keep your position, please. That back group. Are those leaders still here? They are. Roglic, Del Rue, Steinhauser, Warburton, Kamna, all off the back, along with quite a few other strong climbers. And they are 2:20 behind, which of course means they're about a minute and a half, minute 40 down from making contact. Actually, look how small the group is already. Look how small this group is. Very quickly it has thinned out. Jurcevic going off the back. This is a good spot to take a look behind us. Not that far back, but that's a lot of ground to cover. Down to 38 now.
There's a breakaway.
Now look at how many riders are struggling here at the back too. You got a good 10-15 riders that look like they're about to get dropped. Karaman, push a little harder here. Adria trying to attack from 15th, minute down. Let somebody else respond to that. Bahrain Victoria still holding the mantle on the chase. We don't want it to suddenly lift though. If the tempo starts to lift, we are going to have to try to control the pace because those guys off the back, we don't want them getting back on. We really do not. Bernotas out. Put him on auto. There you go. Mark Guerrero is now suddenly riding solo. So Isakov, protect your leader. 82 mountain for him, 79 resistance today. And we've already pulled back Adria, as Wilco Kelderman doing the hard work now. It's also Albiol, a little late for this. Just inside 12k by the way now. And in terms of the climb, that's one of the hardest sectors. You can see it's going to get easier for a bit, but then it gets really hard again just before the finish. That is one thing to keep in mind on this stage as we get down to the last 30 riders. Kelderman's still doing the work, and it looks like Yates is coming forward. Probably not as leader. I think he's coming forward to work.
10 kilometers to the finish line.
10k to go, and we bring back the first of 3 breakaway riders. Cosnefroid, Franchi, Breakaway is on the attack here. Okay, Gonzalez Albiol got dropped. Down to 21 now. Miguel Tejada, or not Miguel Tejada, Tejada. Out the back. Cosnefroid going straight out the back. Ayuso just hanging on. Mesnada. Looks like UAE number of riders right at the back end of this thing. We're down to just 20 riders now. 8.5k to go. Iskov, gel. Karaman, he will gel just a short while later. Okay, time to respond. Here comes the attack. Mr. Number 2, Gegenhardt, Berlikov, Gaudu. I have 3 guys. Let's not get crazy here. Let's control the chase, because Kelderman's not going to push when his teammate's attacking. He will sit up, which means our pace will lift and they will get away very quickly. So we need to take over. So Isakov, just keep it in check. Adria, Hindley trying to attack as well. A few more riders went straight out the back. They caught our 1 rider left. Or did they? I thought there was 1 rider left. Okay. Karaman, his turn. Martin Guerrero needs to gel up. And we've caught back up. Contact made. Hater. Covey making that contact once we get back into position. We're down to 13 now. And here comes the next attack. So we are right to continue on here. Down to 10. Iskov gone. And Martin Guerrero will be on his own here shortly. Raman's going to get lost from the podium. That -2 made that seem inevitable. His resistance is bad enough as it is. So we move on to Martin Guerrero. There's our number 2 guy. However, these guys are in contention. Minute 15, 33 seconds. Minute 7, 30 seconds. Minute 4, minute 7. So no, we cannot just sit up knowing that the other guy on the podium. There's your 3 riders on the podium. Your 3 riders on the podium will be them if we don't respond. But with 4K to go, Martin Guerrero cannot go full gas. He's going to have to just go casually. In fact, he's getting attacked right now by Pug. 3K to go. 1 rider clear is Ethan Hayter. How is he the one that's gone clear? Okay, we've caught up. Sit on. These guys are tired. That's good. But so is Martin Guerrero. The whole group is. Behind. If they're together, as you approach the finish line, Martin Guerrero still has a chance. 1.5K now. And it's all still together. Oh, this is fantastic. But there's going to be an attack inside the final kilometer. Martin Guerrero has enough to make a small push. Here comes the attack. No? Yes. Yep, there's that big acceleration. Martin Guerrero's hanging on. He's hanging on. And Berlikov's going to win the stage. Ahead of Godou. Ahead of Hayter. Martin Guerrero's probably going to grab 4th. Maybe 5th, depending on Adria. Doesn't matter whether it's 4th or 5th. Gap is just a couple of seconds, if they give a gap at all. 10 seconds is where Martin Guerrero crosses the line. Wouldn't be surprised if you have top 3 same time, and then Martin Guerrero through Hindley same time, about 9 to 10 seconds down. There's Karaman. He gets 9th on the stage. Isakov was 12th on the stage. Not a bad finish for him. Gonzalez Albiol, who sat 11th entering the stage, is definitely going to lose a significant chunk of time, as he is still a good minute and a half from crossing the line. There he goes, finally. 29th on the stage. But Pug gains nothing on Martin Guerrero, therefore we are still ahead of him. We had a little bit of a gap to the others. It was about 30 seconds. Some of those guys were more than a minute. At most, we lose 10 seconds for the stage, and at most, we lose an additional 10 seconds if they provide a small split. Therefore, we should have done enough here. With a 78 mountain-rated Martin Guerrero, there it is, 10-second gap, exactly as predicted. We can't buy a gap when we win, but the moment we don't win, you see a gap 99% of the time. That's an exaggeration, but there seems to be something to it, right? It happens consistently on one, and when you are at the front, it consistently doesn't happen. I know I'm exaggerating, it's not 99%, but there does seem to be something to that. Anyway, Martin Guerrero just 10 seconds down. Karaman was a minute 29 behind. I think all of these guys were in the top part of the standings. So Karaman, he was, 15 seconds down overall, and most of them were about a minute or just inside, and he lost a minute and a half to all but Hindley. So other than maybe Hindley, Karaman probably is going to be about 9th place now. Most likely. Let's see if that's actually the case. Prediction, Martin Guerrero still in the lead, Karaman 9th. Whew. Hey, I'm good. Martin Guerrero does lead, still by 11 seconds over Peg. Blah, 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 blah. That was his name, right? Help me out in the comments below. Is this even a real person? 24-year-old? No, that's a new gen. Hayter, 21 seconds behind, into the podium in place of Karaman. Gegenhardt at 30. Berlikov up to 5th place after winning the stage. Godou. Adria. Hindley goes just 3 seconds better than Karaman into 8th. That was the thing I was saying. Maybe, just maybe, he'd still be ahead of him, but he was losing a minute. Yates up to 10th. Kelderman slips outside of the top 10, just barely. Isakov, Gonzalez Albiol, both just inside the top 25. But here's the thing. We have one stage to go, And it is, as long as we don't have terrible race day condition, a pretty manageable stage that we should not see time gaps. Should be able to control the field. And with that sort of advantage, even if somebody manages to get on the podium, which they shouldn't, it should be, well, sprinters aren't going to be around. But I would think Godou, 70-75, good resistance. That's kind of contender for the stage. All right, so we are into the final stage. We have a breakaway of 8, but they only have a 1-minute advantage. There's still too many teams fighting to get into the break, fighting to control the race. And so just now we're starting to see maybe a lift in tempo that's going to allow them to get away. No, still not. It almost got out to the 2 minutes, and another team, another rider, picked up the chase. A lot of fatigue in the legs, and we are in the hardest climb of the day now. Col de la Porte, 6.7K, 7%. It's not that big, and that's the thing. We're going to have plenty of time. We're going to be at the highest elevation that we're going to see on the day, and then we're going to descend. Guerrero, he's fine. Yeah, we're probably going to lose some sprinters, some protecting riders, and these guys need to put in a bigger effort if they are going to stay put. Jurcevic right now at the back. I had these 3 ready to take control if the breakaway was starting to get too far away, but they've never even established that 2-minute type gap, as it's been that hard chase. And you can see there's quite a few riders already out the back. Hamadovic and Jurcevic both on the verge of getting dropped, so we need to up their effort even more than we already have. Bernotas, meanwhile, needs to up his effort a little bit more, and Karaman and Gonzalez Albiol a little bit more.
The breakaway is not to everybody's liking. The Peloton has
Slipped down a little bit. Well, let's up his effort somewhat. I've got the climbers protecting the climbers. The top 2 guys that are in 9th and 11th. And this looks like we could get dropped here. You could see a split happening right there, it looks like. Yeah, these 2 both look like they're about to be gone. I'm okay with the field thinning out a little bit. The only thing, though, is these guys going out means they're not there to support. We'll put them on auto for now. I need to focus on the group at hand. All right, Peloton now of 97. Karaman very much at the back end of this thing. 60K to go, which means it's time to get water. Gonzalez Albiol, go ahead and take care of that task. You are right at the back of the Peloton. Get that hand up in the air here any moment, please, please.
We're already at the halfway stage.
It's helping with his recovery at the moment. Karaman's going to work on recovering position. There you go, Gonzalez Albiol. Start riding forward. Ramen on the 85 will be fine. Martin Guerrero will have to up his effort. He's already recovered.
It looks like the pack has bitten the dust
Gonzalez Albiol
collectively,
struggling to get forward as they are pushing on this descent, which means those groups off the back are going to have a hard time catching up. 3 riders left of the break. They have a 1-minute advantage is all. And Gonzalez Albiol, as we begin the next climb, is still not forward, so he's going to keep riding hard, which is going to waste some energy, which means his chances of hanging on. And look at this big push. Guerrero, let's push just a little harder to keep up. If we get past the Cat 1 climb, we'll be fine. Especially if we still have something left in the tank. And we are being conservative here. Did we finish water? We did. Okay. But we're also about to be finished from the group. We'll get a little recovery, but he's not going to make it through the next climb, so we will be down to 3 riders. This was unexpected in terms of how the day was going to go, but we're doing fine. We are doing just fine. Another +3 for Martin Guerrero. That's giving him an 82.77. Plus that high resistance that helps him keep up with the others. So this game, roll that mouse wheel and then all of a sudden, whoop, it goes to a 70, even though you were on an 82. Keep up as they push. Guerrero caught behind a couple slower riders here. Not in a great position to respond.
The Peloton has definitely accelerated, meaning that an
now
attack
he's
is highly
recovering
unlikely.
position. No breakaway anymore. I'm surprised they held off that long. Oh, hey.
And it's an attack by Benoit Cosnefroy.
Cosnefroy. He doesn't worry me. But does anybody else? Car, 16 minutes down. 16, 23, 13. They're going for the KOM. Not interested in them. Kung. And Latour. Latour, 9 minutes down. That's all good. But Hayter decided he doesn't want to let those guys go. Alright, one climb left to navigate to get Martin Guerrero to safety and get him a win.
A couple of teams have set themselves up as pacemakers for the pack. They obviously don't have anybody in the breakaway group. Those guys up front aren't going to be making too many friends today.
Down to 52 riders left in the bunch.
Terms with the breakaway group.
Okay, you know what I want to do right now? There's going to be an attack. You got to just believe that there's going to be attack. And instead of being on the back foot, get on the front foot. Control the Peloton. You lead the race. You got to keep these guys at bay through this last climb. Nobody's going to attack when you just push tempo. And that's over the top, in control. And now Isakov can just keep it up.
Well,
just about all the way to the finish now.
The pace. It's going to be difficult to break away now.
Split the field.
15 kilometers remaining. We've just learned of a
Big
fall.
fall.
Let's hope that all
Sunday.
riders will get up quickly.
Tahada, both highly placed in the pack, were involved in that
A
one.
fall just took place in the
Hindley
pack.
goes
Several
down.
riders are on the ground.
Isakov setting a tempo that others can't keep up with.
10
And
kilometers
there's
to the
those
finish line.
attempted attacks. Take that
Several
last little
riders are
uphill
attempting to
sector
break
and
away.
push. Isakov. Ramen Gel. Guerrero
And
Gel.
off he goes. He's giving
Slow it
one
down.
last go.
5K.
5 kilometers to the finish line.
And now we're responding to that big push at the end that somebody's trying to make something happen. Okay, 3.5K. But as they still have all that tempo coming off of the climb. And through this, I said sprint. I don't know why Isakov was not sprinting, but okay. He gave up on the sprint. Karaman, 1.6K. And Martin Guerrero sprinted out. We are not sprinters. We will
Watch
not
out,
win the
the team leader is
stage.
falling
But
behind.
we are fine. We're not losing any time here.
He really had to fight for
Customfla,
that one. A
Hater,
great
Mataway
sprint finish.
have taken the win. They're not a threat. Hater will have gained a
We're
couple
waiting
of
for the
seconds,
tailenders
but
who continue to
we are fine.
arrive.
We are fine. We've done it. Folks, we have done it. Martin Guerrero has won Paris-Nice. Let's confirm that. There you go. Confirmation. Martin Guerrero has won. Karaman moves up one spot to 8th place. Minute 34 behind. Hater, 3rd place. Did gain 4 seconds on the stage, but it did not alter his position in any way. And we've managed to get the team classification as well. 16 seconds ahead of UAE. Really impressive team performance on this one. That is for the longevity. I think Martin Guerrero did have a monument victory a handful of years ago. A surprise one. That was him, wasn't it? Outside of that, this is easily Martin Guerrero's biggest win. And unlike that one, where that's one day, one race, he's won stages of races before. That is his biggest victory for the type of rider he is, which is a stage racer, 25-year-old stage racer, just a 78 mountain, 79 time trial, just a 72 resistance and 77 recovery. This is not an elite talent, but with an objective, with a fitness peak, he gets that +3, and he got that +3 on those stages where he needed it. I think he had a +5 on the time trial, right? Something like that. And then pretty much +3 on all the others. He might have had a +2 in there, but it was on a stage that didn't matter as much. And it was enough. It was enough. He got right about what he should have in terms of race day condition. And those bonuses, along with a supportive team around him, ultimately, early on, we were kind of looking at Karaman. But he's not the big time trialer. And he was really poor conditions. Karaman had no fatigue. He had no poor fitness or anything like that. But he had no bonuses. No fitness peak. No objective. Just zeros. And he was not drawing zeros. Karaman had -2 day after day after day throughout this race. So for him to even be in the top 10 is just impressive. He would have been the leader. But with the race day condition, Martin Guerrero was the man. And he pulled it off. Really impressive win for him. Biggest of his career. That's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.